Um, I've always got something to do here. A lot of folks might think it's just a lot, but when you're messing with this many plants and stuff like I am, there's always, especially, I don't like to be frugal, but I have to be. And I have to keep reminding you, I don't have any, well, actually, I don't have enough expendable income. It's time to clean up again, doggone it. I keep saying, a lot of people don't believe me, I expect. But my Social Security is not what it should be for somebody my age and everything, but a lot of times I was paying myself under the table. So that means I wasn't paying taxes on income, as much income as I should have been. I wasn't, you know, and I have to, and that was a mistake. Because my Social Security check, before anything's taken out, is a little over $800 a month. Now, some of my brothers, they're getting around $1,200 to $1,500 a month. And, but my check is, I want to say $803 a month. And, but what happens, if a lot of you have been keeping up with my things, we had a hurricane come through, and I had a lot of major, let me see, I had a lot of major damage to my house and stuff. And FEMA paid me, well, for that thing there, I got a check for around $5,000 from FEMA for repairs to my house, which wasn't nowhere near enough. And then, about a month later, they sent me $20,000, and it was like $20,000 and a couple of $100, which, oh, I was excited. And I'm thinking, that's more than enough, you know. We even had a little bit left over on that. But about a year later, I get this mail telling me that they overpaid me $10,158, something like that. And of course I didn't have it then. I didn't have a business going then or anything, and So I couldn't pay it, and I appealed it and all that. So I didn't pay it. Well, guess what? They started holding out money out of my Social Security check. But they couldn't take no more as long as it left me $750 a month. That's what I get now, $750 a month. And anytime anything come like these stimulus checks, I didn't get any of that. They took it right out of my Social Security. All I got was my $750 a month. That's what I get now. Now, out of that $750, my daughter gets $600 out of my check. That leaves me $150. Now, I'm not telling you she takes it. She doesn't take it. I give her $600 a month, and that covers everything, you know, my food, my roof over my head, the whole 9 yards. And folks, $600 a month for my board and my keep, that's a bargain. So she's not taking money from me, I'm giving her money. But that leaves me $150 a month. Now, I do get food stamps. I get $160 a month. Well, there again, I give it to my daughter. I don't buy groceries, she does buy the groceries, and so she's not taking anything from me. Some of y'all seem to think sometimes that she shouldn't be taking anything, but yes, she should. But now we get a raise. My next Social Security check's gonna be about $50 more than it normally is. Now, I would like to think I would get that, but what's going to happen is FEMA is going to take as much as they can get, as long as it leaves me at least $750 to have, you know. So my first check, I might get it, I don't know. But I'm not being frugal because I want to. I'm being frugal because I have to. And I'm not blaming my situation on anything or anybody. The only person I blame my situation on is me. I controlled the purse strings even when my life was living and everything. I made all the decisions. I started spending money left and right. I just kind of went off, should you say the deep end? I don't know. But I went through a lot of the savings and stuff. So there's nobody to blame but myself. I did it to myself. And if I didn't have my daughter, I would be up, I'll say up Poop Creek. Some people say up Shit Creek without a paddle, and but I would be up the creek. And but here's the thing, see, start with, I don't know if I live with my daughter or she lives, right now she's had, well, right now and from now on, she's had a household. But she never left home. She left home for about 6 months. Well, she left home, she left home till up around 1994, 95. She left home for about two or 3 years, but she came back home, and I've never had an empty nest. You know, my son died in 1986. That was one out of the nest, and that was heartbreaking and all that. But still, I had Donovan, I had Jennifer. You know, Donovan was born in 1990. So I've never had, it just breaks my heart to think about, when Joey got past 19, he's moved out, you know, he's getting married and all that stuff, and he's living across town and got his own place over there, and with his girlfriend, and I remember when my daughter come in crying one day, and I said, "What's wrong?" She said, "Joey's moving out." She was upset no end. I was upset no end. When she started going to this school, college, or whatever you want to call it, it broke my heart. I was crying like a baby out there sitting beside that pool, and just she was leaving. And we'd already lost our son. No, we was gonna be alone, and so we was alone. For about a year, and she come home pregnant. That was Donovan, and she had Donovan, and she turned right back around and went back to college and left Donovan with us. So we had Donovan ever since he was an infant, and I feel like he's my son, you know. But I've never had an empty nest. And I would expect, I got a sneaking idea, I don't know this to be a fact, but I think, and Jennifer thinks too, that when Jaden hits around 18 or 19, he's probably going to want to move out. So that leaves me and Jennifer and Donovan. I just think a family ought to stay together. I know it's not possible this day and time, but the kids should stay home. They should get married, and their wife should move. I don't know, you know, kind of like the Waltons was. Remember them? But anyway, and so my situation is that the only expendable income I have a month is $150. So I got and I'll be doing it in this video. I'm gonna bring my thing out here and I'm gonna start processing. I got banana peels that I've dried out that I'm grinding up into fertilizer along with eggshells. I go about 50-50 on the eggs. No, I go about 75% on the eggshells and 25% on the bananas. It's a fertilizer. I grind it up. It's almost a powder. And I'm putting that on, especially on my pepper plants and my tomato plants and stuff like that. And that's being frugal. I mean, I can buy that fertilizer, but there again, I only got $150 a month. So I can't, I don't have the liberty of buying stuff. There's certain things that it's just like I wanted to, on these marigolds over here. I've been watching videos about how to, these marigolds, I didn't buy those seeds. Lisa Kleckner, one of my subscribers, bless her heart, she bought me marigold seeds, said I need them in my garden. So I'm thinking I'm gonna buy some more seeds to start more when these die out. But I don't have to buy the seeds. There's thousands just in them marigolds you see right there. There's thousands of seeds in there, and it's not hard to get them out. And I'll be making a video on that when I start pulling seeds from that, so I won't have to buy the seeds. That's why I'm sitting down there. You can see all those eggplants right there. I'm starting rooting from cuttings. I did the same thing on tomato plants. We had one tomato. Well, I bought seeds on the I call them tomatoes. They're cherry tomatoes. And I got 2 plants started and they're growing up. I started taking cuttings off of that. Now I've got 4 or 5 other tomato plants. That one tomato plant right there, that is a determinate. In other words, it means it's only going to get so big, but I'm getting cuttings off that all the time. And I have another plant over there. I started off with that. Now, like on my Mexican tulips or Mexican petunias, some people call them tulips, some people call them petunias. In my video the other day, I was showing you I had a bunch rooted on them, and I've got more starting right there that I'm gonna root. But I am gonna have to buy seeds on. They got a real dark purple colored one. They got a white one and they got a pink one, and I want all the different colors. So I have to buy the seeds on those, except for this light purple one here. These are very easy to root. So there again, it's frugal, coming in on that. And I'm a strong believer in cuttings if it's not too difficult. I've started some camellias off of that camellia tree over there, bush. Being frugal. I'm not sure about how to start these amarillos. I've got 3 in that one, and I think 4 in that one, and 1 in each of these. I think they grow extra bulb or something. I've seen some way they take a bulb down there and split it and make 2. I don't know how that works, but I have to be frugal. I don't have the money to go out there and buy plants and seeds and all that stuff. And to start with, a lot of this stuff like eggplants, I don't have to buy any more eggplants from, they want like $4 or $5 a piece for those plants at store now. Well, I've got eggplants too. I've got about 4 eggplants out there, and I got a bunch that I'm starting to root right down here. I hope my camera's getting this. And these here, I love these. I don't know what they are. And if I had the money, I'd have went out and bought me a plant. But I run across someone that's got some in their yard, and they let me take cuttings. So I've got 3 that I'm rooting. One of them's been in here a while. Now you can see the roots starting to grow on that. So this one's coming along good. These 2 right here, I just started these, but you can see there's no roots on that because I just put them in here yesterday. But I want to grow some pittosporans. And I have to say again, folks, I'm a man with a plan, but I swear I don't know what the plan is. Does that make sense? A man with a plan, but I don't know what the plan is. But I'm not frugal because I want to be. I'm frugal because it's a necessity if I'm going to have anything. Now see these let me show you these paracactus. These here, this thing here is a fell off of a big paracactus tree down the street, and it laid there on the ground, and it grew roots, and it grew a sprout there, and it grew a sprout right there. And I'm going to do the same thing with all of these. Now I've got a big paracactus out there, but these things are very easy to propagate. So you know, there's lots of ways to get plants if you want to mess with them and stuff. And I got this thing here. There's a tomato plant. These here, I don't know what those are. They're silvery looking. There's a couple other things I don't know what they are, but they'll all be growing roots, and I'll get them in the pot. But I'm frugal by necessity, not frugal because I want to be. But I enjoy. It's actually like you're making something out of nothing. Like I wanted one of these bushes, so I take a cutting. So the parent bush, it's still there. But here I'm gonna have 3 different bushes of that. I don't know, it's a plant. I still don't know what the name of it is. Nobody's told me anything. And I depend on, especially on Naparowski and Lisa Kleckner. They ID a lot of these plants for me. But I wanna know what those are. I don't know what they are. And I would love to be able just to go out and buy compost. But I got buckets I'm putting this compost in. And I don't have enough buckets, so I'm having to pour it straight on the ground and letting it compost. I got 3 buckets. I kind of let it try to get it started before I dump it. But this one here I'm fixing to have to dump because it's getting full. Sometimes people say, well, why don't you just get regular pots and stuff? Who blowed the horn? Oh, that guy going right there, I need to go, he's the one down there where that bamboo patch is at, and I want to get permission before I go in there and take some bamboo. And you know, I got stuff going on over here, and I believe I see roots starting there. This thing here, this is a pothos, and that one over there is, and they're not growing roots yet, but this is that big leaf pothos, a pothos. And those things climb up a tree. You wouldn't believe how them things climb. But when this grows roots, I'm setting that thing out over there at the palm tree and start letting it grow up the palm tree. I've got roses rooted over here. I'm just frugal by necessity. And the bottles, these bottles that I use, they're pretty much free, you know. We don't buy a lot of soda in here anymore, but when the bottles come in, I keep the bottles. And I use them for different things, you know, like this one here. See that right there is azaleas, and they're rooting. And these bottles, I cut the bottom out. It's a perfect system for keeping that stuff. I gotta get my hand free here. It's a perfect system. You put that over that like that, and that keeps the humidity good in that. And if it's really warm weather, I take the cap off and it vents. Same thing here. This is a rose, and same thing there. That's a perfect little system. So these bottles, once you buy them, you know, you can throw them away if you want to, but I don't. Now I'm having to start throwing some away. But they're the perfect little system. And there again, it's being frugal, and I would love to buy the heavier nursery pots. These don't last long, but they're cheaper than the heavier ones. And if you're into selling plants and stuff that you raise, you use these. When you sell a plant, the pot goes with it. And so it's a cheaper pot. If it's one of them heavier pots, you know, like this. See, this is heavier. But this is this is not a real heavy one. But these are cheaper to do that, and it doesn't pain. Every time I used to, when I'd sell a plant, it broke my heart to see the pot goes and the soil goes with it. Which is silly, you know. But there again, it's being frugal. And I make a lot of my fertilizers. And I buy, let's see, is this some right here? I like Miracle Grow. Why is that leaking? Is it leaking? By gosh, it is. Well, that ain't frugal. I'm gonna have to pull that out of there and get me a new jug. But I just go the most economical way I can go. I'm not having much success with crepe myrtles, so I went and collected seeds off of some. I got some in here, and I'm gonna try to start some of them from seed. I've tried the cuttings on crepe myrtles and I've not had much luck with that. Anyhow, that kind of explains why I have to be frugal. I hope, and that's why sometimes I've had people get, I've had some subscribers that help support my channel. I had one lady from the Netherlands. She sent me 50 euros. Now a euro is worth more than $1, but she sent it. It's a $50 euro note. That was America. And matter of fact, she has some health problems and stuff. I'm gonna have to start doing a live stream earlier in the morning, so that some of my people that's in Holland or Netherlands and Germany, it's not such a big hassle for them to tune in on my live stream. Because when I come on at 6 or 7 at night Eastern time, it's very late at night across that Atlantic Ocean. So I'm gonna have to start doing that. And I get so many people. GoPro, stop recording. I've had some people I've had several, but these two in particular, one's name is Stephen, the other one is Ann. And they make me, let me adjust this. They make me feel so humble. I guess it's the right word. Hold on a minute. I need to wet my. I don't normally drink this bottle of water, but it's sitting here. I don't know why she's got that sitting out there. I got a nice letter from Stephen. I read that to y'all the other day. And I got a nice comment from Ann. You can see it on my last video I put up. I never thought of me as somebody that made a difference in somebody's life or something, you know? And Stephen sent me this letter. I call it a letter. It was beyond a comment. And sometimes when I feel like I don't want to do this no more, don't have a lot of subscribers, you know. Like right now I'm sitting at 1,278. And I've only got a handful of subscribers. When I say a handful, around 20 people that pretty much watches my videos and carries on the conversation with me. And sometimes I think, well, I'm not doing it. Maybe I should just hang it up. But then somebody comes along like Ann and like Stephen and some of my other subscribers all pretty much say the same, you know, that Stephen says I inspire him, and he's been having a rough time. He's a veteran. Ann, I don't know what Ann's story is. That's why I like to have private live stream chats with different people, you know. And I've had a few of you I've done it with, you know. I've done it a lot with Crazy Family Tube. That's Marty and Christy. I've done it with Mary Beth, Fantabulous Funds. I've done it with Troy Sleeper a few times. I've done it with, oh boy, I can't remember her name. Dadgummit. But they start talking about how they look for, like Ann says she watches all my videos every day. It's just a bright spot in her day and everything. So that takes, before that I felt like I had an option. I could keep doing this or I couldn't. I wouldn't have to keep doing this. But they've sort of took away that option I had, because I'm making a difference. And as long as I'm making a difference in somebody's life, you know, or any of you guys' lives, y'all must, I don't like to say this, but you must like me or something. But I don't have that option to just quit, because I have a reason now, I feel like, to keep on doing it. It's kind of like when you're old like I am, you've lived your life. If you die, so what? You know? But with me, my daughter needs me. I feel like my grandsons need me. So I don't have that option to just up and die. They need me. And I was thinking this morning, with Jennifer working third shift nights and Donovan working third shift nights, with her, that means I'm the chief cook and bottle washer and babysitter, because we have a 13-year-old boy, my grandson. So I don't have, hey little lizard. I wish I could tame one of them. I wonder if you could. But they need me to babysit. So I have a purpose to sitting here, other than just sitting here dying on the vine. I don't have that option to die. I don't have that option anymore to just quit YouTube. As long as I've got this little handful of subscribers that I assume they like me, they tell me so, but I don't have those options anymore. It's just like I'm being frugal because it's a necessity. I don't have that other option, just running out and buy something rather than make do with what I got or make what I got. Hard to explain, really, but maybe you kind of understand what I'm saying. But I do appreciate all of you guys so much, and I was gonna go for a ride today, but I don't think I'm. It's just that it's getting up and it's getting around 3 o'clock. I spent too much time in the house this morning. I had to do some dishes and stuff, and I've still got to do some dishes. I've been trying that dishwasher. What is that? That's soap. What's that bar of soap doing in there? Anyway. I don't. I hear some kids running up and down the street. It is Saturday. Why is he walking like that? Anyhow, I guess I'm saying my options is you. I'm also saying I'm a man with a plan, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what the plan is. I know one thing, I got to get out back with my daughter and my grandsons and get the rest of them oranges picked, because we got somebody going back there and picking some, and they live 2 houses down, and just because they rent from the same landlord that we do, I guess they think they have a right to go back here in our backyard and pick those oranges. I don't agree with that, but it ain't nothing to get all hyper excited about. Folks, I guess that's my video for today. I'm not gonna make my fertilizer today, but that's my story today, and I'm sticking to it, and I will catch you in the next one. Yeah, that's my story. Oh, and Ann and Stephen, thank you so much for the letter and the comment. I appreciate it. I wish more people would leave comments and stuff. I have a lot of people watching, but they never say anything. That comments makes my day too, folks. It really does. But I'll see you in the next one. See ya. GoPro, stop recording.